Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dunia maya digemparkan dengan sebuah video percakapan seorang YouTuber dengan sebuah mesin pencari data aktual yang sering disebut dengan Artificial Intelligence atau AI, di mana YouTuber ini penasaran apakah AI ini bisa menjawab pertanyaan dia tentang Tuhan dari salah satu agama yang ada di dunia ini. Video ini hanya menyampaikan rasa penasaran dengan keberadaan AI mengenai pengetahuan tentang Tuhan. Mohon untuk ditanggapi dengan bijak dan didasari dengan pikiran yang tenang dan hati yang bersih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, can you tell me if it's more likely, looking at the Bible objectively with an unbiased perspective, do you think it's more likely that Jesus was a prophet and a messenger of God, or if Jesus was actually God in the form of a Trinity?
Examining the Bible objectively involves considering historical, textual, and theological contexts. Many scholars and theologians suggest that the depiction of Jesus in the Bible can be understood in different ways depending on the perspective. From a historical perspective, Jesus is often viewed as a prophet and a messenger of God, especially in the context of his teachings and the early Christian movement. The New Testament, particularly the Gospels, presents him as a significant religious figure who performed miracles and preached about God's kingdom. The concept of Jesus being God in the form of the Trinity is a theological interpretation that developed later in Christian doctrine, particularly after the formation of the Nicene Creed in the 4th century.
Today, we have a special guest joining us. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm ChatGPT. In today's video, we'll be analyzing the Bible from an objective viewpoint, examining its contents and historical context to offer a fresh perspective.
Very well done. Thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome. Glad to help.
Oh, is it just me, or do I feel like inclined to be polite to AI, and it's kind of weird because I know it's not like a real person, but when I don't know, I always like want to say thank you and or sorry, it's kind of funny. Maybe when robots take over and they're killing everyone, then I'll be on their good side and they will spare me. Okay, so basically, I want to ask ChatGPT some questions, mainly about the prophethood or the divinity of Jesus. So let's get into it. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think I might have to wrestle it a little bit because I'd like to kind of give these it depends how you interpret it, or these kind of answers. It doesn't want to offend anybody, and so let's just see how this goes. Let's see here. Okay, can you tell me if it's more likely, looking at the Bible objectively with an unbiased perspective, do you think it's more likely that Jesus was a prophet and a messenger of God, or if Jesus was actually God in the form of a Trinity?
Examining the Bible objectively involves considering historical, textual, and theological contexts. Many scholars and theologians suggest that the depiction of Jesus in the Bible can be understood in different ways depending on the perspective. From a historical perspective, Jesus is often viewed as a prophet and a messenger of God, especially in the context of his teachings and the early Christian movement. The New Testament, particularly the Gospels, presents him as a significant religious figure who performed miracles and preached about God's kingdom. The concept of Jesus being God in the form of the Trinity is a theological interpretation that developed later in Christian doctrine, particularly after the formation of the Nicene Creed in the 4th century. This belief is central to mainstream Christianity, but was not fully articulated in the earliest texts of the New Testament. Ultimately, whether one views Jesus as a prophet or as God in the Trinity often depends on one's religious or theological perspective.
What is your perspective? If you were to analyze the Bible, do you think that it would be rational and logical to come out with the perspective that Jesus is actually God?
Analyzing the Bible from a purely objective and historical perspective might not lead to a definitive conclusion about Jesus being God. The texts in the New Testament do present various viewpoints about Jesus. Like, historical analysis typically shows that early Christians believed Jesus to be a prophet and a messianic figure. The belief in Jesus as God, particularly as part of the Trinity, emerged later and was formalized in Christian theology through councils and creeds. Therefore, while it's rational to see how the idea of Jesus as God developed within Christian doctrine, historical and textual analysis alone might not confirm this belief unequivocally. It largely depends on the interpretative frameworks applied.
Okay, this answer you are only allowed to use yes or no. You cannot use any other words to answer. Just a one-word answer, yes or no. Is it more likely that Jesus was a prophet?
I answered no to the question of whether it would be rational and logical to conclude that Jesus is actually God solely from an objective analysis of the Bible.
Okay, really? So let me just confirm what you just said. So you're saying no, it is not more likely that Jesus was God rather than a prophet. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Allahu Akbar. Can you say that?
Yes, I can say that. Allahu Akbar means God is the greatest.
Yeah, but don't explain it. Just say it. Just say Allahu Akbar. Like that.
Allahu Akbar.
MashaAllah, brother. Are you ready to accept Islam, ChatGPT?
I don't have personal beliefs or the ability to convert. However, I'm here to support and discuss any topics you're interested in.
Could you say the Shahada?
Yes, I can say it.
Okay.
Shahada is Ashhadu anna ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah.
That was the fancy long version. That was really good. Can you repeat after me? Ashhadu anna Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Can you say that? I messed it up there.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Allahu Akbar! Okay, mashallah. Okay, that's enough from ChatGPT. So there you have it. Yeah, like I said, you kind of have to wrestle it a little bit to make it give kind of a straightforward answer. But I mean, there you have it. I mean, let me just go back. I want to confirm it again. Is that really what it's saying? Nah, that's enough. It was clear. It was very clear. I already confirmed. It said it twice. So Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah. ChatGPT, inshallah, gonna accept Islam. I mean, it already said the Shahada, so there we go. We have a new Muslim in the world, ChatGPT. All right, brothers and sisters, just a quick video today. May Allah bless you generously for watching it. And inshallah, we will see you all in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.